all you beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me. It's your girl Asia, the MUA, back with another edition of Adventures in Freelancing. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Make yourself comfortable. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. I won't be mad, I promise. If you're returning, thank you so much for rocking with me. You guys are going on this journey with me and I'm having so much fun, and I hope that you are too. I get asked a lot about brushes. I think not only are your products important, but the tools that you use to apply those products are equally important. I'm always on the hunt for a good bargain, a way to stock my kit and save money at the same time, because I'm sorry. Because I feel like keeping your bottom line low is extremely important. The less money you spend on overhead, the more money that is going to be your profit. So I have all these brushes laid out in front of me, and I think the easiest way for me to get through this video would be to show you the brushes I would use as if I were doing a face. So I'm going to show you the brushes that I love to use in the order that I would use them if somebody were sitting in front of me. The first thing I normally do is brows. I like to start with eyes because most of the time I'm doing some shimmer or glitter, and it's just easier for me to keep the skin clean if I start with the eyes and I'm able to wipe all that excess away later on. Most of the time I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade or Brow Wiz or a MAC brow pencil. This brush is one of my favorites to use with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade because I really love how it picks up the product. This is literally a $1 Wet n Wild brush, but it's a nice sharp angle, and it's a pretty sturdy brush. So that's what I love to use to apply pomades and to kind of smooth out the brow pencil. Whatever product I applied, that is amazing for smoothing that product out and giving me the sharp look and texture that I want. This is a pretty small angle brush, and I like to use brushes around this size to clean up the eyebrow with concealer. This is one of the brushes in the BH Cosmetics 7-piece Essential Eye set. I think this brush set retails for like 10 bucks, and it's 7 brushes. I'll show you guys the rest of those brushes later because those are brushes that I use in my kit also. What I do after I got the brow how I want it, I am starting on that eyeshadow look, and I am blending out a transition color with a nice fluffy blending brush. These are some of my favorites. This is the Sigma E40, I believe, the tapered blending brush. I believe this one is from BH Cosmetics. It is also just a fluffy taper blending brush. And there is another brush from BH Cosmetics. I guess I'll just show this brush now as well. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous brush. This is another one from that 7-piece set. And you want to have a brush that's kind of like a MAC 224, something that's going to be rounded, really fluffy, and really blend out that crease area really, really beautifully. So once I do that and I've got the first transition color laid down, I'm going in with the MAC 217 style brush. This is my favorite one though. This is a Coastal Scents brush. I think it's called the Pro Fluff Blending Brush, and it is available on coastalscents.com for $4.95 maybe. So as opposed to like the price of a 217 brush, which I think is $25. With that $25, I can buy 5 of these, or at least 4. And I like to keep a lot of these in my kit because these are the eyeshadow brush that you need to get your look blended out really, really well. In addition to blending out that second color to deepen that crease, I'm most likely applying some kind of shimmer on the lid. And this is one of my favorite brushes to use to do that. But any kind of flat synthetic brush, I have several different shapes and sizes that I like to keep in my kit. Any type of flat synthetic brush is going to be great for applying a shimmer eyeshadow onto the lid, or even a matte eyeshadow. If you want to pack a color onto the lid, this is the type of brush you're going to need. So pretty much my basic eyeshadow look is going to be a color blended out into the crease area, a deeper color blended out a little bit tighter into the crease, then maybe a nice shimmery lid, maybe some glitter, then maybe smoke out the outer corner. That's pretty much my eye look for the most part. I might get jazzy sometimes, but that's pretty much what I stick to because I can pretty much tailor that to any eye shape, any skin tone, any eyeshadow look, any eyeshadow colors. So those are the basic eyeshadow brushes that I personally need, especially for a really good eye look. Okay, so before I move on to the brushes that I love to use for skin, I guess I should go ahead and tell you about some of the brush sets that I've really been liking. A few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, I ordered some brush sets from BH Cosmetics that I have been super interested in. I have been interested in this brush set for a long time. It is the 7-piece Smoky Eye set. It's called the Smoky Eye Essential 7-piece brush set. So it's 7 brushes, but the really cool thing I thought were these 3 brushes. I think the shape of these brushes is super unique, and they're actually really good for blending into those creases and diffusing those colors really beautifully. I really love this brush because it reminds me a lot of the Sigma E45, the small taper blending brush. This is an amazing brush for doing detail work on the outer corner and really tight into the crease. And I think these brushes are very similar in shape. The Sigma brush I think retails probably for about $15. This entire BH Cosmetics brush set retails for $9.99. So I'm going to refer back to this brush set that I've mentioned a couple of times in this video so far. This is one of my favorite brush sets that BH Cosmetics offers. This is a bomb brush set. You have pretty much any brush that you need to execute a really bomb eye look in 7 brushes. It comes with this giant fluffy blending brush, comes with this angled shader brush, flat synthetic brush, this liner brush. I don't use this for liner. I actually use this for lips. This short angle brush, which is great for brows, whether you're filling in brows or cleaning them up. This really small rounded blending brush, which I love to use for getting that inner corner to glow, because that is one of my favorite parts of the eyeshadow look, is getting that inner corner to pop, obviously. Now I want to move along to another brush set that I ordered that I thought would be really good. This is the Rose Quartz 9-piece brush set. So this brush set comes with 9 pieces, and they're duo fiber synthetic brushes. I ordered this brush set in particular for these smaller brushes. These brushes looked like they were shaped amazingly for blending out cream and liquid products in tight places. Like when I apply the concealer to do the highlight, I blend it out with a beauty blender on the edges, but when I want to get really tight on that waterline, I usually want to go in with a brush like this. It's shaped amazingly for fitting right onto that waterline and not disturbing product that it's not supposed to disturb. And because it's a duo fiber synthetic brush, it blends out cream and liquid products like a dream. Also comes with these brushes, which are really good. I really like this one, and I really like this one for kind of blending out contour products right in this area. I feel like they fit in this area really well. I haven't really gotten a chance to use these too much. I haven't found a use for them. This one is a little too chunky to blend out maybe a cream contour in that area. It's just a little too wide, so if I did use it, I would pinch it like that and use the brush like that to get it to be more of the shape that I desire. This brush set is okay. I felt like, I don't know if something happened in the packaging and shipping, but some of the bristles are just not cut straight, so I feel like that kind of affects the performance of the brushes. But other than that, for this brush set retails for $16. It is on sale right now for $12.74. So for 12 bucks, I guess it was an okay brush set. Would I order it again if I could go back and do it over? I would probably order a different brush set, to be honest with you. So this is the set that I was least impressed with, but I still use the mess out of these brushes. Don't get it twisted. I'm not about to use my coins Let's move right along to the brushes that I love to use for skin. And when I say for skin, I mean foundation, highlight, contour, blush, highlight powder. You know what I mean. How do you differentiate between highlight and highlight? How do you differentiate those two? Because I kind of call them the same thing. So I don't want to confuse you guys, and I don't want to confuse myself, because trust me, honey, it don't take much. Once I've got the brows done, I've got the eyeshadow done how I want it. Before I do liner and lashes, I do skin. The brushes that I really love to use for skin, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Real Techniques has some bomb brushes. This is probably my favorite brush to blend out foundation. Anything that costs $8 and blends out my foundation like this, honey, I'm all for it. Another brush that I really love to use for blending out foundation, especially when I first started, is the e.l.f. powder brush. This is an oldie but goodie. This brush is so good for blending out liquid foundation. I love this brush. And it's like $3. Available at Walmart, local CVS, Walgreens, whatever. That is a good, solid drugstore brush. Also, e.l.f. stippling brush is a bomb brush for blending out liquid foundation as well. The brush that I've been using on clients the most is this one. It is from a company called Stilazzi. I met the owners of this company when I was working at the Makeup Show pop-up shop. They were just so gracious and so beautiful, and like probably the best looking couple I've ever seen in my life. This is the S107 brush. The fibers are just, oh, they just feel like a dream, and they blend out foundation so gorgeously. Once I get the foundation blended out, I'm immediately setting it with the powder. Sorry, excuse my phone. I'm immediately setting it with the powder, and I love to use this brush. This is also a Stilazzi brush. It is the taper powder brush. I love this brush because it picks up my setting powder and applies it perfectly. It just fluffs right onto the skin. It fits right into this area when I want to set that, but I'm not yet doing concealer. It's really good for foreheads and contours of the face. So I love this brush. So once I get the foundation down, then I'm blending out concealer. Any flat synthetic foundation or concealer brush will do. This is one of my favorite ones because it's a dual-sided brush, so I'm getting two brushes in one. I can get really tight around here with the concealer and then kind of bring it down with this side of the brush. This is from RC Cosmetics. I remember when I was first getting into makeup, I watched B-Face Honey religiously. So she used Sigma brushes. I wanted Sigma brushes, but the thing was I was broke as hell and I couldn't afford Sigma brushes. So what I did was I Google searched Sigma brush dupes, and RC Cosmetics was one of the companies that came up first, and these are some of the very first makeup brushes that I ordered. This is in fact one of the first makeup brushes that I ordered, and I still have it, and this is like 4 or 5 years later. Once I get that concealer laid down, I love to set it with this brush. This is a brush from a company called Diva Beauty. I found this company on Instagram years ago. This is called the Pointed Contour Brush. I don't actually do any contour with it. I love how it fits right there. I don't really do any baking, but I do set that powder right there, and it just sets and presses that powder into the skin exactly how I want it. This brush came in a set of 3. Obviously you see which one I use all the time, but it's a beautiful brush set, and when I ordered it, it was $15. So these brushes were like $5 a piece. Now I think this set is like $30–45, but it's a really beautiful brush set. It comes with this flat contour brush, so if you're into that, this is a great brush for it. And then it comes with a round contour brush that I like to use very often for kind of blending out whatever I'm putting in that contour area. Pretty much after that, my face is complete. Some of the brushes that I love to use for like powder highlight when I'm like doing that glow, this Dollar e.l.f. brush, bruh. This is one of my favorites. And of course, this Stilazzi brush. This brush is so beautiful and luxurious. This is the S125. A little tea about Stilazzi. I have these brushes that I got from them. I have 5 of them. I'm not sure exactly where the other one is, but it's a great group of brushes and it has really helped me step my makeup application up. They sent me a description of the new brushes that they are debuting at the makeup show in LA. It's the Studio Series. It's 100% synthetic fiber, so it's cruelty-free and vegan. They have over 60 styles, including duo fiber and kabuki. The brushes are debuting, as I said, at the makeup show in LA this weekend, and they will be available on Stilazzi.com in about a week and a half. They will give me updates, and as soon as I get those updates, I will pass them along to you guys. Hopefully they'll give me like a discount code I can pass along to you guys as well. I will link the website in the description box below. That's pretty much it. Those are the brushes that I use to beat a face, honey. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. If you have any favorite brushes, let me know something. Share some tea with me, sis. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Check out my other videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see these brushes actually in action, in some application, leave me a thumbs up or drop me a comment. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay beautiful.